To the man I left in spring. You ask, what's changed? And though it's everything, I only have the heart to tell about the wall we're building to keep the sea from devouring more coastline. This strip of sand is home. This water cradles the ashes of our dead. And lately, the whole world seems like a beam-post beetle's hatched eggs devouring us from inside out. I read somewhere you found success designing homes, where inside walls can be moved or removed without the roof falling in, the way old barns were built, with room for the breath of horses. I read that people love your work. I thought of the cottage near the beach. I never got to see where summer marked your adolescent cells, salt-blazed, sun-struck, grit of sand beneath your feet on worn linoleum, and waves, always, even in dreams. It was for the best the way we left it, or let me say, I left. For months after, on days alone, I felt the crushed lilac shade of that parting, the sleight of hands as yours slipped out of mine. This spring, the willow lost its grip up on the bluff, condemned but unmoved, the neighbor's rotted cedar deck dangles above the beach. The bay glitters with right whales. Spume some days. Hope is exhausting. This poem is coming out in the new issue of Lily Poetry Review, and I'm really happy about it. Sometimes you forget that you wrote a poem. It takes so long for it to come into print. And this one deals with language, languages, and how we use them to both tell the truth and hide the truth. In possession of family. All that spring and summer, you kept notes. This is what he said, what he did not say, what the doctors said about him, how his feet spoke beneath the sheet that last morning. In between practicing translation, you spent your ink to record his dying. In Italian, possessive nouns of place use articles. La mia casa, la mia stanza, the my house, the my room, though in English we don't say the. But in possession of family, we say mio fratello, my brother. No article of indication, just my. The bag of his papers in your guest room tells fairy tales, untruths. C'era una volta, once upon a time. Forms half filled out. How often do you consume alcohol? Only on weekends. Solenne fine settimana. And one day you wrote, his dying has sockets and keys, ways to unlock my heart if I can stand it. As if facing the door weren't hard enough. Forza means strength. Ho così poca forza. I have such little strength. The R rolls on the tongue. The Z stops the rolling. He liked to say, comme ci, comme ça, as if saying something bluesy or romantic. And though it was really gibberish, you knew he meant, it comes, it goes, this life, or more to the point, You lose again. Last night, so many months later, you heard his voice inside your sister's voice as she wept. The way you heard mountain snow melt gush in the Trevi as water rained on itself. A voice all waters share, submerged, subsumed, or flowing freely. His baritone inside her soprano. You had been learning to use the verbs to open and to feel, adding adjectives as you practiced we. You said, "Stasera apriamo tutte le finestre." Tonight, let's open all the windows. E sentiamo il bel vento, and feel the beautiful wind. And one more for you. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm supposed to be the one who's organized. End of May, because it really was just recently. End of May. 2 deer, their fawn a shiver in the long grass. 2 swans, their cygnets molt a small flotilla crossing the pond. Where the first green mention of water lily stems stand in mud under the shifting roof of clouds, and the crowd of black choke cherries, sheared of their blooms, bow along the fence. Down in Southfield, against the tender shafts of New Timothy, rain-stunned piccolo lucci hold back their lucifern for warmer days. Just 1 mile inland, we are all waiting out the nor'easter's last fulminations, while its winds, still winding up the valley, lay down lines of pollen. So every wicker foot and potted plant is streaked with gold, until it's as if we lived inside a kintsugi vessel, as if yesterday was too much perfection in our way, as if to say, again, you must change your life.
Thank you, Miriam. I believe that several people were up at Mass Poetry up in Salem, Massachusetts over the weekend. So there's been a lot of poetry going on. And I also believe that the Governor Healy announced the new state poet laureate. But of course, anyone can tell me his name, I'm forgetting. Reggie Gibson. So you heard it here first, or second or third. But the state now has a state poet. So Plymouth had a Plymouth poet as of 2020. So you should be proud of us here. So.